now return to the Transformers.
This video is going to be absolutely insane. What's up everyone? This is James and we are back with Primacy. Remember that epic cliffhanger I left you all on in the last video? That was just the start of the chaos and the battle of titans you're about to witness in this video. So we start right where we left off with the colossal ancient titans of death and hope battling. Their fight is so intense that it's emitting shockwaves all across Cybertron. In a brief break in their epic battle, Metroplex says, "I remember you, beast of perfect darkness, and I'll seal you back beneath the world where you belong." Trypticon replies, "You can try, old Titan, but the horror and terrible violence that's coming to Cybertron cannot be stopped even by you." They exchange mighty blasts, and their fight continues. Meanwhile, below the surface, Optimus contacts Omega Supreme to check the status of Megatron's ship since the link to Iacon's orbital sensors have been disrupted. Omega reports that it's just sitting in low orbit, doing nothing. Some of the Autobots assume that Megatron is waiting for Trypticon to defeat Metroplex so he can make his move. And Optimus agrees, but he senses they are missing something, that it seems like Megatron is 6 steps ahead of them. At that moment, in orbit, Megatron orders Soundwave to prepare the ship for violent re-entry and says, "This is the hour of our ascension, Soundwave. Try to enjoy it." Back at the Battle of Titans, Metroplex is losing. Trypticon, standing over him, taunts him, saying, "You are far weaker than I remember. You know you cannot beat me. Just lay down and die." Metroplex grabs a building and smashes Trypticon in the face while yelling, "It's you who shall fall." As Trypticon falls over, he tries to strike Metroplex with his tail, but the Great Titan sees the attack coming and blasts his tail off. However, Trypticon still lands an attack when he strikes Metroplex's knee, causing him to collapse to his knees. The fight becomes just a knockdown, drag-out fight. They're just exchanging blows while on the ground. Eventually, Metroplex shows Trypticon who is the superior Titan when he grabs Trypticon's head and smashes it into a building. He says, "All the years have taught me how to stand, even in pain." He completely shatters Trypticon's jaw, finally defeating the beast. But it's not over. Trypticon says, "You are victorious, Titan, but you still lose." Now, Metroplex believes he's just speaking nonsense and replies, "You are beaten. You pose no threat to me." Trypticon laughs and reveals that his job wasn't to defeat him, only to distract him. Cause out of nowhere, Metroplex gets impaled by the Quintesson cruiser. Optimus yells, "No!" Metroplex, the Titan of Hope, has fallen. Now, do you think the insaneness of this video ends there? You would be so wrong, because within the Quintesson cruiser, Megatron orders the Decepticons to ready for battle and kill everything that moves. He says, "All the pieces are set. Our moment is now. Let Iacon burn." At the same time, in the Autobot command bunker, the Autobots are just dealing with the loss of Metroplex and wondering how many troops Megatron has with him. Optimus orders the Autobots to prepare for battle, giving this great war speech. He says, "We must protect this city. This may be the fight of our lives. Whatever we face out there, remember who you are, Autobots, and what you are fighting for." The Autobots roll out and form up in front of the Quintesson cruiser. The cargo bay doors open and Megatron unleashes hell. A massive wave of junk zombies pours out of the ship. The final battle for Cybertron begins. The Autobots get swarmed, overwhelmed by the sheer number of junk zombies. It's insane, it's crazy. Prowl suggests that they pull back, but Optimus Prime refuses. He yells, "We will hold the line." This situation is bad and it gets a lot worse. Jetfire and Perceptor radio to Optimus that the junk ship not only pierced Metroplex, but penetrated Iacon's substructure, compromising the city's primary coolant plants. Perceptor tells Optimus that he has minutes until the unprocessed coolant floods the city's center. At that moment, it's too late. The coolant reaches the surface and creates a small-scale ocean, and once it interacts with Cybertron's atmosphere, it produces highly concentrated acid rain. Megatron has created the perfect habitat for something else he brought from Junkion: the Sharkticons. Megatron watches and enjoys the nightmare he's created. Everything has gone to plan. This is a great example of Megatron's genius. He successfully brought the dangerous elements of Junkion that he faced to Cybertron. He orders the Decepticons to wait for the Autobots' forces to whittle down more before they attack. The Sharkticons are doing exactly that. The Autobots are struggling. They have the junk zombies and now the Sharkticons to contend with. Optimus Prime, Hot Rod, and Grimlock are fighting side by side against these monstrosities. Grimlock and Hot Rod get into a bit of an argument during the heat of battle, but Optimus stops it. He gives an amazing speech that epitomizes the difference between the Autobots and Decepticons. He says, "Both of you, enough. Don't you see? It's honor and loyalty that binds us together. That's the difference between us and the Decepticons." For all his vision, Megatron's followers are only motivated by mistrust, fear, and blind obedience, whereas we will stand and fight for each other. Now, Autobots, lay down suppressive fire! The Autobots take down a wave of Sharkticons. Megatron is impressed, but this was anticipated. He orders the Combaticons and the Seekers to encircle the field and lock on to Target Alpha. We'll learn who Target Alpha is in a second. In the meantime, at the battle's center, Blackwall ambushes Grimlock, wanting to reminisce their gladiator days and have a rematch. I didn't realize just how much he towers over Grimlock. He starts beating down Grimlock and taunting him as he does it. He tells Grimlock he is nothing without his beast mode and that he and the Dinobots should have stayed hidden. Grimlock and the Dinobots get separated from the rest of the Autobots, and the Decepticons are closing in on them. Bumblebee tells this to Optimus, but Optimus cannot help them because Megatron will overrun their strong point if he splits his forces. So he finally calls in the big guns, Omega Supreme. He orders Supreme to bombard Megatron's position in order to scatter his command group. Before Omega follows Optimus's order though, he admits he lied to him and reveals the real truth behind his isolation. He says, "I did not endure countless cycles of isolation out of some loyalty to Nova Prime. I waited for him to return so I could destroy him. He was a corrupt disgrace to the Primes I once served. But you are nothing like him. I see greatness in you. These Decepticons have ravaged the world I love. They remind me of Nova, who sought dominion over others. I'll follow your order, Optimus Prime. I will bring justice down upon them." However, it's too late. Megatron was already aware and ready for Omega Supreme. He is Target Alpha. Megatron orders the Combaticons and Seekers to take him down. They unleash firepower hell upon him. Omega Supreme falls. The Autobots are on the edge of defeat. Megatron orders both assault groups to keep firing and pulverize anything that moves. Suddenly, in that moment where Megatron believes he is close to victory, he hears laughter from a disembodied voice. The voice says, "Your fury is magnificent, Wanderer." Megatron immediately recognizes who this is. It's Pentious. He asks how can he hear his voice, and Pentious reveals he has always been there, living within the remnants of his spark. He says, "Foolish little conqueror, I am part of you, and through you, I will devour your precious Cybertron." That's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it and got hyped up while watching. I definitely did while recording it. Now the next video will be the end of Primacy and the Autocracy trilogy. Please hit that like button and comment down below your favorite part. Have an awesome day, and always remember every day to transform and go beyond. See you later, Beyonders.